What's up, YouTube? I'm trying to get my camera focus here. There we go. I know it's been a while since I made some videos, and as you can see, if you watch my other videos, this is my 150, and looks quite different than it did before. As you know, from my original plans, before I set it up before, I planned on doing saltwater, but then money issues got in the way and went ahead and did fresh. But it turns out that those freshwater pond fish that I had in here, they just, the amount of waste that they produce was just insane, and I really didn't realize it until I went to clean out the filters. So I landed a pretty decent job here lately, in the last few months. So I decided to go ahead and do saltwater, since I already had a whole bunch of live rock right there as part of it sitting around. So I'll just kind of go ahead and show you what's going on, and try to help out anybody who's new to the saltwater hobby any way I can. So right now I've got some extremely cloudy water. This is actually day 2 since it's been filled up, and just a lesson to people who's new: this is what happens when you don't pre-clean your substrate, whether it be sand or crushed coral or whatever it is you're going to use. This is what happens when you don't pre-wash it. And I actually have never pre-washed any of the substrate I've ever put in any of my tanks, just because it's a hassle and a headache, and I'd rather just deal with this right here. But that's my personal thing. But if you don't want to have to deal with this and you're in a real hurry, you want to pre-wash it in a trash can or something. But this is what happens when you don't. So once you put, even if you do the plate method, as you can see, I still have the plate in there. It's still going to get stirred up, and this is what you're going to get. I did just let it sit with no filtration for the first day, just power heads, just to kind of keep the water moving. But it was still not going down. And this filter that's on here, I did not want to put on the tank, and it's just a temporary thing. I just put some carbon in there just to help kind of clean the water up. And just to tell you guys what my plans are, right now in the mail I got a refugium. It's a CPR aquafuge, hang on the back type refugium. I got the large model. I believe it's 25 long, I think it's 4 inches wide, and I think it's like 12 inches tall. So it's definitely a bigger refugium than normal. I'm actually going to get that one large one here, get it set up. Also, I got my Core Life 220 skimmer on the way, and then I'm going to actually get another refugium. We'll probably go with the medium sized, and that's going to be my filtration. And this isn't this. Let me get this straight first. If any of you people watch my video before, you realize that I do what I do, and I don't really give a crap what people think. You know, there's a lot of people in this hobby that are douchebags, and if you're new to the hobby, you'll learn that. That's not really how I am. I'm not going to tell you how to do things and how not to do things, unless you're just doing something totally retarded. Then I'll tell you, if you ask me. But so that's going to be my filtration, along with a lot of live rock. And if you don't know what a refugium is, man, my camera don't want to stay focused. A refugium is basically like a separate mini tank where you grow your macroalgae, where you grow natural food for your fish and corals if you have any. And the macroalgae will naturally filter the water and keep your nitrates, phosphates, all that kind of stuff down. I've already got a light. I've actually got 2 lights. I don't know which one I'll use for the one that's coming now. Depends on which one sits on it better, I guess. Because I'm not going to spend the extra money to buy that stupid light that they want you to buy. Both of the lights, both of the small fixtures I have are both T5. But for a refugium, there's people that just use regular light bulbs with like a clamp light. There's plenty of people that do that, and that's fine. The way that I'm going to run mine is, for the first week that I have the refugium set up, I'll probably have the light on 24/7. But then after that, it'll be when the tank light's on, the refugium light's off. When the tank light's off, the refugium light's on. And they say that that just kind of helps out with the photosynthesis and all that shit. You know, excuse my French. But that's what I'm gonna do for that. I'm still debating on what to put in if I'm gonna put deep sand bed or the miracle mud in there, because as you can see, I have a fairly decent sand bed in here. That's about 3 inches deep in there. But I haven't quite decided yet. In there right now, sand, I have, let's see, about 300 pounds, maybe a little under, maybe 250. I got about 250 to 300 pounds of sand in there. Basically what I did is I had sand in there before, if you watch my other videos with my freshwater fish. And what I did was I scooped all that shit out and I cleaned it. I put all that back in, and that was only about 100 pounds, maybe a little bit more than 100 pounds. And then I got 3 more bags and put in there that day after. Those are the ones I didn't wash, and that's why it's like this. And the only reason I washed the sand that was already in there is because those fish were producing so much waste, and I didn't want to just waste that sand. So their shit and everything, excuse me, I'm sorry about the language. They were just polluted. That sand was just dirty with their waste and stuff like that. So that's why I did that. But anyways, right now, those are my plans. I am looking for some more live rock right now. I've got about 200 pounds. I want to get a little bit more. I've been shopping on Craigslist because there ain't no damn way I'm buying that shit new. It's just too much money, and you can just find it secondhand cheaper. If you guys know, you guys watch my other videos, you know I find deals, and that's what I like to do. For example, this tank and stand with the lights, with the glass canopies, with everything, 50 bucks. Craigslist. I did have to re-silicone the tank, but other than that, it was an extremely good buy. So, you know, it's a rare thing to find a tank that good of a deal, but you can really find a lot of stuff, good deals. You can even find fish, decent deals. I would recommend checking out the tanks first. But, you know, so right now that bio wheel filter is actually running, but it don't have the bio wheels on it. It's just got live rock and then carbon in there. And that's already, the only reason the live rock in there is just to kind of help the biological cycle started, because that live rock is come out of my 12-gallon already established tank, so, which I just took down also, so it won't be any more updates on that. Right now I've got my the only fish I have left, I gave the rest of the fish to my brother, is my black and white striped damsel, just because that fish is just a little badass fish and I like it, and I didn't want to get rid of him even though he was the cheapest fish I had. All the rest of the fish I gave to my brother. And so as you can see, that algae's on the front, that's just algae left over from the other fish. That'll be cleaned off. There was actually more than that. I had my younger brother clean that shit off for me. He didn't do a very good job, as you can see. And that's a power head hanging right there, and there's another power head over there. So the water's actually clearing up decently. Sorry about the camera here, I don't know why it doesn't want to focus. It's getting a lot more clear. I mean, before you couldn't even see that plate. You could barely even see this power head that's up against the glass. So in about another day, maybe another 2 days, it'll be cleared up. That bio wheel filter right there is only rated for 90 gallons. So it's obviously not the filtration that you would want to keep on this tank. When I had this tank up and running, I had that one. And I also have a canister filter, Fluval 305. And I also have a Fluval 405, which I never used. They came with this tank, but I never used it. I used to be a big fan of canister filters, but I tell you what, after I had to clean that one that was in here, I'll never use a canister filter again. That was just a headache. The only canister filter I would ever use is those new Fluval G series. I don't know if you guys have seen those or not, but other than that, canister filters are good. They're really good filters, don't get me wrong. They're just a hassle to clean, really a big hassle. You got to take them outside, or you got to take them to your bathtub, which I don't do because I don't want to take a shower in fish shit. That's just me. But they're just a big hassle to clean. You got to take them all the way apart to clean them, and if you have an older one, you have to risk spilling water everywhere. Sorry about the camera here, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching, and as soon as I get this refugium in the mail, I'll probably do an unboxing, and I'll get that video up and posted, and we'll go from there. But thanks for watching, guys.